You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
At the United Nations General Assembly, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu delivered a fiery address that stirred strong reactions even before his words began. As he stepped up to the podium, dozens of delegates rose from their seats and walked out in protest. Their departure set the stage for a speech filled with defiance, warnings, and vivid imagery. Netanyahu vowed that Israel would finish the job of eliminating Hamas in Gaza, declaring that the remnants of the group were hiding in Gaza City and promising that Israel would not relent. His remarks were presented not just to the leaders inside the hall, but also broadcast through loudspeakers along the Gaza border. He even claimed that Israeli intelligence had managed to stream his message directly to the phones of Gaza residents. But when CNN reached out to multiple Gazans, none reported receiving such broadcasts, raising questions about the truth of his assertion. His speech also contained sharp criticism of world leaders who have recognized a Palestinian state in recent months. He described those decisions as shameful, insane, and sheer madness, insisting that such recognition rewarded terrorism and endangered Jewish lives everywhere. Comparing it to granting Al-Qaeda a state near New York after 9/11, he said Israel would never accept what he called a terror state shoved down our throats. He framed his opposition not as personal policy, but as a stance shared by the Israeli people and parliament. Throughout the speech, Netanyahu used props to capture attention. The cart. He displayed a map highlighting what he called Iran's terror axis, and wore a large QR code button linking to a website about the October 7th Hamas attacks. At one point, he even conducted what he called a pop quiz, asking rhetorically which groups chant "Death to America," before answering his own question with all of the above. Turning to the wider war, Netanyahu accused world leaders of abandoning Israel when global sympathy faded. He said that, after October 7th, support quickly evaporated once Israel responded militarily. According to him, leaders had caved to biased media, radical Islamist constituencies, and anti-Semitic mobs. When the going got tough, you caved, he declared, calling it a shameful collapse. Perhaps the most personal part of his address came when he spoke directly to Israeli hostages in Gaza. His words were broadcast through border loudspeakers, where he told them, "We have not forgotten you, not even for a second." Yet families of those hostages expressed anger at this move, calling it psychological pressure rather than real progress. Despite the sparse attendance in the hall, the Israeli delegation responded with loud applause, especially when Netanyahu recounted Israeli strikes against Iran's allies and claimed progress in crippling Iran's nuclear program. Still, the image that will linger is not of cheers but of empty seats, delegates walking out as a symbol of how divided the world has become over Israel's war in Gaza. Stay subscribed for more videos.